Like I said before, Sufism itself is Islam original. It really is, before the creation of the mazhabs and everything else, it really was a direct teaching from from master to student. Someone who wanted to know would go to someone who could teach them. And once that person who wants to know is knowledgeable to a certain extent that they can teach others, then they accept the mantle of teacher and go on to help others explore their own self-understanding. One of the major sayings in Sufism is that one who knows themselves knows their Lord. So if you come to understand who you are, self-actualization, so the more you understand about the nature of who you are as an individual, the more you will know about the very Lord that one worships, that ultimate sense of attainment is accessible within that person. Why it's considered a little questionable is sometimes inspiration can overcome us as human beings. We can get inspired. And a person of patience and wisdom learns how to wait and hold that inspiration until there are other fortifying events that confirm that initial inspiration. If someone goes off half-cocked on some type of theory that they've imagined in their mind and takes it to an extreme way of whatever that inspiration is, may or may not be on the correct path. How one would recognize that is in themselves. Their life has become full of meaning, clarity, and ease. Sometimes these things are not understood by the person experiencing this, and they can easily go off on a tangent that doesn't bring them, or if it brings it to themselves, it doesn't bring it to their followers. People that they're teaching don't get an understanding of what they're getting at. So in this sense, there have been offshoots of people calling themselves Sufi, but they're actually off on a tangent. And the word Sufism has been really abused over the ages. That's why I like to refer back to Islam, because understanding Islam, the path of surrender, because Islam doesn't, by extension, Islam means peace, but literally, sallama means to surrender. So you surrender your idea of who you are to the reality of who you are. So you have to give up what you think it is in order to see what it truly is. And this is the object of and practice of Islam original. And then, so the mainstream, if we're referring to the mainstream, the people who would point fingers at Sufism and say they're wrong, this actually may not be the most holistic way and approach to spirituality, because it leads to things like dogma, whereas you follow the rules and regulations, whoever decided that those rules and regulations, what they are, and interpret those rules and regulations. And if you follow that rule book, then that'll be enough for you. The Sufis are not satisfied with that which is enough. The Sufis want a whole understanding and a direct understanding. So I would argue that Sufism is the true Islam, and this mainstream is a derivation of what, and it's actually the mainstream that has kind of lost the way of true inner understanding and self-knowledge, or gnosis. So it's a dynamic question for sure, but that's kind of how I would simplify it.